Hello everybody, in this video we'll talk about some big changes to the way an applicant can get a social security now while they're applying for a visa or a green card. We'll talk about the big changes, and also I'll explain to you how to get a social security when you apply for a residency or a visa. So make sure you watch this video until the end, and I'll see you on the other side. Hello everybody, and welcome back to our immigration channel. This is a place where you get the most up-to-date immigration news, immigration updates, and everything else that you need to make your immigration journey less stressful. My name is Jacob Sapochnik, and I'm an immigration attorney located in San Diego, California. I help clients in all 50 states, and we cover all areas of immigration law. In this video, I'm going to give you the most recent updates about applying for a social security number when you apply for your permanent residency, big changes that are happening right now, and you need to know about it. So make sure you watch this video until the end, because I'm going to cover the actual process of applying for social security, who can, the different kinds of social security cards, a lot of good stuff. So make sure you stick to the end. So what are the big changes that happened this week? So USCIS announced this week that applicants that are applying for permanent residency, also known as a green card, through adjustment of status, can now apply for their social security card or replacement card as part of the adjustment of status process, all in one application. Before this change, applicants that wanted to apply for a social security number as part of the adjustment of status process had to apply for this separately directly at the Social Security office. USCIS is now revising Form I-485, the form that is now used for adjustment of status, to include in this form additional questions needed to apply for Social Security. That's going to be a huge time saver to immigrants that desperately need this number to apply for a job, open a bank account, and many other useful things. So we welcome this change, and these are amazing news. These changes are effective immediately. So let's talk about what is actually a Social Security card. Social Security card contains a Social Security number, and this number is very important for any immigrant's life in the United States. Any immigrant that gets lawful status in the United States to be able to work must apply for Social Security to be able to open a bank account, get a driving license, apply for a loan. These are essential things that every immigrant needs, and without a Social Security, you're not able to do so. The Social Security is often issued to non-immigrants and immigrants that are eligible to work in the United States. But remember, just because you have a Social Security number does not mean that you have the right to live and work in the United States. It essentially goes with your permission to live and work in the United States. So who has to apply for a Social Security number? Typically US citizens and foreign nationals that are holding permanent or non-immigrant visa status that are eligible to work should apply for a Social Security number. What Social Security card categories are available out there? The first kind of Social Security number has your name and your Social Security number on it, and has no restrictions to work in the United States. This one is available for US citizens and green card holders with no limitations. The second kind of Social Security number has your name on it, your Social Security number, and the notation valid for work only with DHS authorization. This one is available for those that are living in the United States temporarily with a non-immigrant visa to work for a certain amount of years, typically H-1B holders. They have a limit on how long they can stay, and that's why it's limited with DHS authorization. The third one is your name, your Social Security, and the notation not valid for employment. This is usually given for non-immigrants like students and other dependents of other visas that are allowed to live in the United States, but they're not allowed to work. These are the only three kinds of Social Security cards available, and depending on what your status is here, you're going to be issued one. You can apply for Social Security while you're going through your permanent residency process. As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, now it's going to be all combined in one application. It's going to make this process much easier. Now remember, if you had one of those older cards, meaning that before you were not eligible to work or before you had to work only with DHS authorization, once you get your green card and your permanent residency, you can also apply for Social Security Administration to amend your card and give you a regular card without any notations, so then it's not going to hurt you when you apply for a loan, and sometimes loan officers are a little bit concerned when you have a notation on your Social Security card. Now remember, if at any point you lose your Social Security card, it's very important to report that and run your credit report to make sure that there's no identity theft, nobody's using your number to take advantage of the system or try to open any lines of credit or even apply for legal status under your name. So that number is super important. Keep it in a safe place and never ever share it with anybody that is not required to use it. So hopefully this information is helpful. I know we have a lot of people that are in the process of immigrating to the United States that are interested in this information, and I think the news from this week are super important, super helpful to make the process of applying for Social Security a little bit easier for all of you there. So if you enjoyed this information, make sure you subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos, and also give us a big like so YouTube will be able to share this video with more people just like you. If you ever need my help with any of your cases, you can text me 619-483-4549. I'm here to help you with any of your immigration matters. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in our next video.